Hey all, so this video is gonna be a one-sided chit chat video and I would be sharing my sorry, our COVID story in this video. So, Namaste, welcome to the Era of Happiness and you're watching Happy You by Anjali Aryan. So, if you're watching me for the first time, do subscribe to the channel and don't forget to hit that bell button so that whenever I'll post a video on my channel, you will get notified. And that's the only way you'll get notified, otherwise you're not gonna get any notification regarding my videos. So first of all, I want to say that I am not a professionalist or I am not I'm not a celebrity or I don't belong to a celebrity family. I am just a normal human being, a simple middle-aged woman staying with the family in the corner of the city in India. So let's start this. Yeah, today why I got a thought of filming this video, because when it might be helpful to at least few, I think. Don't you ever ask the COVID person or the COVID positive person that how did you get this virus? Oh no, you got tested positive? Never ever ask that person that how you got with this virus, because no one can say that. It is in the air, the virus is in the air and you can't escape from this. So that is really a weird question when one of the new ones ask how did you got with the virus. Okay, so me staying with my parents these days, and my father is a government employee, is a government serviceman, so that he has his duty and he has to move out, and I don't know, somewhere he got caught. He was the first person who was tested positive in our family, and yes, he's above 50 age. Or the actual symptoms like the COVID second wave, which is being so horrible now these days. So usually there are still people who doesn't know that what are the actual symptoms. Of course, the symptoms differ from one person to other person, but there are minute symptoms which are very normal to the person. It might be, they will just ignore those symptoms. Because of that ignorance, you might get into trouble very badly. So coming up to my father, he got first tested positive, COVID positive enough. He got tested positive on April 19th, but he was feeling unwell before 19th. Yes, because before April 19th, he was feeling very low, very very tired, very low, and he was least interested in anything. Not even he wanted to go to his office. So it was something which is weird, and within 4 days he got fever also. So, but the first main symptom he just ignored. That symptom, that was very minute symptom that everyone should know in this COVID situation, this COVID wave 2. Of course, I am not creating any panic through this video to you people, but that minute ignorance, sir, made us suffer. Yes, suffer in the sense it was not a suffering, but of course whole family got affected by this COVID. So that was the first symptom he ignored, was a mild headache. Yes, it sounded to be very mild, but at this point of time, when the situation is going worse and worse, you shouldn't miss the minute symptom. Even the simplest symptom you will have you shouldn't ignore that. That's a mistake my dad did, I mean my father did. He had a mild headache, which usually we don't have any migraine or headache problem in our family, so that was something weird for him when he got. So he just ignored by thinking that it might be a normal mild headache. Maybe he didn't have sleep because of the duty he's been doing since past 2 days, so he thought of it is because of that, but he ignored it. That headache, that was not, let me tell you, that headache is not a simple headache. It just normally headache is something which aches here or the part or a particular part of your head. But what happens, this headache is different from that covid related headache. Yes, you will get a pain. It is not a ache, and distinguish between headache and head pain. So this is something people ignore, but I just want to say that don't ignore that headache. That simple headache can lead you to suffer for a month. So what happens, the headache, it is a kind of headache you will get, usually you will get on your scalp. Yes, exactly. What happens, the part of this, like this part, throughout this head part, and if you will touch the way I'm touching, if you will touch this way, if you will touch a single finger like this, your scalp, the scalp you have, right, the scalp will pain, literally pain. You can't comb also. So kind of head pain it is. So that was the first symptom he had, but he ignored, thinking that it is a normal headache. So continuing to that, my father, after that, he was like, got fever, and that within 2 days he got with sore throat and all symptoms. So kind of symptoms. So he got up to hospital, where he got tested positive, and he got all his tests done, CT scan and all they will do. It was done, and it was mild. It was not that peak, but it was mild. So he was being quarantined for 15 days. My mom's, like my mother, like mothers are so innocent and so caring and kind. They don't know what she said when my father got positive. He was on the way to home from hospital, and in meanwhile, moms are mom, like they will never change. She said to me that just pack your stuff, take your child and leave the home. What? Do you really want me to do that? Like seriously? No, I'm not gonna. Luckily, we have a double bedroom. We are staying in a double bedroom quarter. I mean government quarters. So yes, he was being quarantined in. He was being there for 15 days. Then why I am so insisting about it's our story, because after that it's been like the day he tested positive. I was pretty much sure that this is gonna affect us very badly, because till that date we were not aware about that this is something gonna be COVID. We were just thinking that it's a normal kind of fever, it's a normal thing. We didn't even thought of it might be a COVID. We took it light, but no. But the day my father got positive, I was pretty much sure, no, this is gonna affect us very badly, and no other way. This is gonna crush our bodies, definitely. So be that strong to hold on. I was not scared, to be frank, and I was not scared at all. But I was thinking that how bad it is gonna be. I was not listening to any news channels. It's been like months I have not been listening to channels. They say, oh, this corona is going to be the worst one. I don't believe in such crap kind of news. So it creates more panic in people, that's it, nothing more in that. The only one I was was thinking in a positive way throughout that no, we can handle it. So after 2 days, when my father fever got low, he was feeling better, he was taking rest. Of course, he was feeling weak, least interested in anything. So he was there in the room, and we were outside. What to say? Slowly it affected us, and it showed the COVID showed it colors, like what you say, it showed it colors on us too. The other couple of days were so hard that I got a light body ache, same with the same symptom which my father had. Was the head was paining, literally the scalp was paining. So even same, when I spoke to my my mother, and said that I have that pain, my body is paining, but that is okay. But the weird thing is that I'm having a pain in my head, which is very weird, and my scalp is aching like anything. If I touch also, it was paining. Why it is so? This is very weird pain. Then she said even your father had the same pain. So then I got to know that this is the main symptom which people ignore, that mild headache can lead you to suffer. So if whenever you will get, so my suggestion is that regarding whenever you get a mild headache now at this situation, mild headache, take time. Please make sure that you mask on even at home, and make yourself isolated in a place where no one can come, or take another room and stay there. Make a distance with the other family members, because that's the best thing you can do when you get a mild symptom, mild headache, because that's the only symptom which usually people ignore, that ये सोच के छोड़ देते हैं कि that normal सर दर्द था. Okay, so coming to me, my father was isolated in his room, and we were outside, me, my mother, and my son. And the other couple of days was so hard. I got body ache, headache, and after that, to that I got fever. I took medication for that, and it went off. I was happy that okay, this is not, but somewhere I was feeling inside that no, this is gonna come again. So the next day it was again. I got a fever which was so high, and I couldn't even stand, and couldn't even stand and hold my own body. I was feeling that. I was feeling so heavy, and that's it. And usually what happens, your body will get so weak that you want to rest. That's it. So yes, but somewhere I was getting a hint that even my mother was not feeling well. Yes, there I got worried in the sense, yes, worried, but no, somewhere sometimes your mind says that you have to be, you are the only one to take care, and you can't go away from this. You have to face it. It is being started, it is attacking you, and it is gonna attack you very badly, and you have to stand, and you have to bas ladna hai. That's it. You don't have any other choice. Not. This is gonna affect each and every house, I would say. It sound to be negative, but it is gonna affect each and every house in our country. Okay, so coming up to my mother, she started some symptoms, like she was feeling drowsy all the time. She was sleeping, she was sitting, she was having some food, and she was getting sleep. That is weird, yes, because the person who was at least active, and he suddenly gets down, something weird, right? So obviously my father got tested positive. We were also quarantined in our house, because we can't go outside, because we belong to that family. If we go outside, the other families who were staying in quarters might get affected. So we were like blocked in the house. We can't even go for a test, COVID test, because of course if we insist to the people around, the official people, they would have taken us, but we didn't, because we were pretty much sure that this is gonna be the COVID thing only, because me and my mom knew it, that if my father got affected with this, and definitely this is gonna affect us too. So the day he got tested positive, I've made my mother mind so, so make yourself strong, that make up your mind that this is gonna affect and crash your body, and our body is gonna suffer. But don't make suffer your mind. This is something which makes you run through or walk through every little thing you came across in your life. So this is what place where you need to strong yourself. Your mind should be very strong, that you should prepare your mind that this is gonna affect me, this is gonna affect my body, but this is not gonna affect, this COVID is not gonna affect my soul. I will breathe and come out of this. This is the only thing which I had in my mind. My body was exhausted, but still I was standing and cooking throughout. I knew the only difference was with my father and my mother and me was he was isolated in a room and we were outside. That's it. The only difference we had. We three of us had positive, because we three of us were suffering from that. So usually what happens, and even I was not worried, but I was thinking low at that time, because my mother is already suffering from an health issue, and she can't, in this, if it affects, she can't stand and she can't do any kind of work. So my body throughout this, I made her rest as much as possible at that time. I made her rest, and we have 2 rooms. I said bedroom. He was isolated in his room. Me and my son used to stay in other bedroom, and my mom was in hall. Drawing room. Of course, we have a big drawing room, so she used to be there. So we isolated, and I had and now here comes the toughest part, that you have a toddler child and you have 2 years old child, and you're 2 years old child, and you can't explain, and you can't even understand that what is going on. I made him stay in the other bedroom. Like, we 4 of us were staying in the house, and we 4 of us were in other rooms. Like, my father was in one room where he was being quarantined, and I kept my son in the other bedroom, giving his toys, giving him everything, and making him stay there. I gave him screen time. Of course, I gave him mobile so that he can see his rhymes. I didn't let him to come on drawing room where the TV was there, which usually he watches his rhymes, and make him busy there in his room. And my mom was in drawing room. She was taking rest there, and me was staying in kitchen. Obviously sounds so, but I was in kitchen. I was throughout doing cooking, and somewhere inside me it was telling me, no, you have to stand, and you have to do. No one will come and do. Okay, you have to do. You are the only one to do this, and you can do. So every morning, those 30 days or 20 days, we were going up and down. My energy was going, sometimes it was going up, sometimes it was going very low, where I can't even stand, can't even have my food. Okay, and of course, many of us know, and many of you people be knowing it, that if you are affected with COVID, if you are a COVID positive, where then you will lose your smell, you will lose your taste buds, everything, and you will literally have no interest in doing anything. So the good thing happened throughout our COVID positive story. yes, the positive thing happened was we have been staying in quarters, and of course it is official quarters, and we have been allotted a person who used to get us our needy things from outside, because of course we were blocked in the house, we were quarantined, and we couldn't go outside. So that was the best thing or good thing, I would say, throughout the tough days we had. That was the best thing which we had. um, why I'm insisting this point in this video, because many of us and many of the people who are staying outside the township in colonies, or you know mm, they have been suffered mentally by the people around, because when a person affected by this COVID in, okay, a person who has been affected in the family, the whole family gets affected with this mentally and physically. So what happens, the people around you, your neighbors, it might be your relatives or anyone, they should give that positive support to you. But what happens, usually the minds of, I won't say everyone, but usually people in India have the optimized kind of mindset. So they just you know blame, you can say, or else they will sarcastically say many things, that we did a sin or a crime, big crime, being a COVID positive, staying in our colony. They would react in such way. So the only thing what I want to say through this video is that don't treat them as untouchables. They are like us only. If possible, be helpful to them at their tough days. Don't hesitate to share with the family, or to tell, or don't be ashamed, or don't hesitate to share that you've been affected by COVID and you've tested positive. Yes, it is a taboo now, but hope for the best that everything will be fine. Throughout these quarantine days, throughout this tough time, we were just thinking one thing. If I'm thankful to that invisible power in my life, that I would be thankful that he is safeguarding our family. And because we three of us, my father, my mother and me, we got affected with COVID, but he was safeguarding that invisible power. He was safeguarding my child. We were in the same house, but he was safe, and touch wood, he was safe. So this was a good thing, happened throughout our tough days. So I would just say one thing from my side, that be grateful to that invisible power around you, or fight throughout with your willpower, and everything you can do and go for it. Just leave upon that invisible power. He will take care of everything. To that fine note, I would end this video here, and I'll be doing a series of post-COVID recovery, where I'll be sharing that what we did in all natural ways to get out of this virus. Mean to say that how we recovered from this. We are still in a recovering period, so stay tuned to the channel. Happy You by Anjali Aryan. And until this video, I haven't said in any of my previous videos, that share my video, but for this video I would take an honor to say that please share my video, or like share this video of mine, so that to that person where you feel they should get aware about this. And do subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit the like button if you really like the video, or my experience, the way I'm saying, or if you really like these toys, at least give a thumbs up for this, and for no reason, of course. So that's it for the video. So much for watching my video.